Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. For those who joined us on the live stream last night, thank you so much for your support. It feels good to be back in the studio. We were out of town last weekend. Doing videos on a laptop, man, is I don't I don't like it. But I'd rather put out some information in a bad format than no information. So you know what, we're going to if next time I'm out of town, I'll do it again. But I appreciate everybody who supported us during that time. It's I know the audio is bad, man, and it's hard to deal with that. But I appreciate your time. So I'm going to talk about Alchemy Pay today. Just because I haven't talked about Alchemy Pay for a while. Nothing has fundamentally changed for it. That's kind of the funny thing. Nothing has really fundamentally changed for Alchemy Pay. And I continue to follow it just because I'm a pay rail kind of guy. I think they're important. I think they're critical to the continued growth of crypto as a whole and crypto as a means of trade and all that other good stuff. So I think pay rails are absolutely critical, but I think the space is starting to get crowded. Now, Alchemy Pay has been, they had a hell of a run, man. It was, if everybody remembers August, when it hit Coinbase and that thing shot up to like 20 cents. It was, we're ready. The rocket's going to the moon. It's never going to stop. And the problem is that eventually the hype wears off and it's time to actually produce. And the problem that I've been having with Alchemy Pay is that they're really good at getting press. They are really good at keeping their name up front and center and the whole social media and all that stuff. But the problem is that they're not terribly good at implementation. I could have done a video every single day on Alchemy Pay about a new partnership, and we're looking forward to this and can't wait to work with these guys and all of that. But the problem is that they didn't do anything with it. They made the partnership, and then that just kind of stopped. And I'm starting to have a little bit of trouble with this one, figuring out what your end game is. Now, I understand. I've read the white paper. I understand what you're trying to do and what ultimately is going to get you there. But I'm not seeing the catalyst. That's kind of the problem that I'm running into with this one right now. Is with all of the press and all of the partnerships and all of everything, all the news that keeps coming up around Alchemy Pay, it seems like they're more interested in having the token be bought than used. And I have a big problem with that. I have a really big problem with that. I don't particularly care for tokens that have most of their usage and their value based on social media, based on people buying the token as opposed to using the token. Alchemy Pay is not that kind of token. It's a use case token. It's in their white paper. It derives value from usage. So the fact that it's just not getting used that much, I'm starting to have a problem with that. And I went over to their Reddit. I go to the Reddit. That's a tribalist community. My God, man. They do not post my videos. Absolutely not. I had one up there, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, man, and that thing got pulled down by a mod so quick because I dare to. I don't exactly follow the narrative. I say what's on my mind, and I just let the chips fall. But yeah, boy, they don't like me over there. It's not a bad token. All right, it's not a bad token, but it is a long token. And the problem with the long token is that the longer it takes to get there, the more chance it has of getting scooped. Now, there are a lot of pay rails out there. You got your Alchemy Pay, you got your AMP, you got your Assemble, you got Solana Pay. And the longer that this goes on, the more likely it is that the small market that you're appealing to is just going to get diluted. So I've been watching this one and trying to figure out what is the catalyst, what makes this one go, because I'm not seeing the use case, and that's a problem. And I get it. Social media, everybody knows about it. They've heard. They partnered with a football team, and I was trying to figure that one out. Why? What are you going to do for them? What are you going to do for them aside from paying them money so that they'll put your logo on the advertisements? But what are you doing for them? because you're not appealing to the right audience. All you're doing is putting your name out there. And that's great. That is great. But if you are basing your value on hype, your value will go up and down just as quick as the wind blows. Now, Alchemy Pay is a non-stakeable token. One place you can stake it on Binance, and that locked up quick. So it is not a stakeable token. You can't put it to work. Therefore, as the wind blows and this thing goes up and down, so does the value of your investment also goes up and down. That's not a good place to be. So I thought I would use this little brief moment here to illustrate the difference between a use case token and a use case token that you've never heard of versus a use case token that you've heard of every single day. So we're just going to come over here, pop into Osmosis. Now, if you don't watch this channel or maybe 5 other channels, you've never heard of Osmosis. Odds are good that you've never heard of Osmosis. It's number 42. Out of every crypto in existence, it's ranked number 42. It has the market cap of a little over $3 billion, and you've probably never heard of it. Now, they're doing something different. They are doing something different that, from a functional standpoint, that I don't think I've ever seen anybody do. So this is mapazones.com. This is where you see how much this thing is getting used. This is what nobody else is doing. This is what Alchemy Pay isn't doing, what AMP isn't doing, what none of these people are doing. They're actually showing you the use case. So if you look right here, you see those total transactions? This is how many transactions have happened specifically with Osmosis over the last 24 hours. Over the last 7 days, there's been 2.6 million transactions have occurred. Now, these are swap fees. This is use case. This is every single day. This token is getting used. So if you want to know where does it derive its value, it derives its value from usage. Its white paper specifically illustrates that as well. The difference is that they're showing you. All of these things here, all of these up and down are level 1s. All right, these are all level 1s in the IBC. And these are all tied together through Osmosis. And the way that they make it work is through these liquidity pools. So these are all the different liquidity pools that you can get into with Osmosis, because this is DeFi. And in DeFi, you're the bank. Central exchanges are not the bank. The person holding it is not the bank. You're the bank. So if you want to trade, you have to set up liquidity pools to provide liquidity for somebody to purchase. So as you notice, a lot of the pools that I'm in, the bulk of every pool that I'm in is Osmo, because it is the native token for all of this trading. Now, why am I illustrating this? Why does it matter? Why am I even showing it to you? Because right now, we don't know what Alchemy Pay is being used for. We don't know how many transactions are occurring on it. It's important because it is a use case token. So I think a really good catalyst, something that would set it off, is us to actually know how much this thing is being used, because that's where its value is derived from usage. So I think it's a fair question. And the more I look on this one, the more I look into it, the more it seems like it is being designed to be hyped, to be sold, but not to be used. So it gets me curious. What are you guys doing here? What is the end game? What is the thing that sets this off? Because we're all waiting for this one big catalyst that'll just make it boom. And I still own some Alchemy Pay. I buy a little bit every now and again. I make $70, $80 a day through my Osmosis investments. They're the rewards for the APYs. And every now and again, I'll throw it at Alchemy Pay when it's low, when it hits 4 cents, because I think that's just about the bottom. But what am I going to do with it? I guess that's kind of the problem, because I'm just not that kind of investor. I'm not this guy. I'm not the hold on for dear life and hope it all works out. I'm a use case kind of guy. Now, if they are using it for swaps, and it seems like this is the direction that they're going to be going with Alchemy Pay, I think they have a little bit of a problem. And the problem that they're going to have is with a little token over here called SiftChain. Now, the reason that I think that they're going to have a little bit of a problem is because this is an Omnidex. This is a cross-chain platform. It will deal with Ethereum tokens as well as lots of different native tokens. They're going to be able to put SNP20s over here before long. Now, here's the real kicker with it. in order for me to make these swaps, which I can buy any of these tokens, I can come right over here to swap. I can swap anything. These are all Ethereum tokens. I can purchase any of these. Now, here's where the real big competition is going to be coming in, because if I come over here to my SwiftChain wallet, and I promise you guys, we're going somewhere with this if I can find my SwiftChain wallet. These are all Ethereum tokens. Now, I can swap these Ethereum tokens in between SwiftChain wallets. I could send it to you directly for 3 cents. That's a problem. And that's a problem because Alchemy Pay is based on built on Ethereum. So their swaps are a lot more than 3 cents. And it's fine if you're the only one who's doing it, but the problem is that you're not the only one who's doing it. And all of these little dexes out here, where again, unknown, people have never heard of them, they're doing things with crypto that nobody even considered 6 months ago. So I'm just kind of wondering if whatever particular catalyst you're looking for to set this off, if these guys are out here doing it for a fraction of the cost, how do you expect to compete? What is your next step? And I get it, man. Advertising is fun. You know, getting up there is fun. Getting people to buy your token is fun. But it's going to get to a point where you got to do something with it. So I'm still holding out hope for them. But I'll tell you what, man, I'm really starting to lose the faith here, man, because aside from selling it, I don't see you using it. And I think that's a problem. Now, that's just me, and I get it, man. I'm not the most popular ACH crypto reporter out there. But I do like to do real talk. And I don't think actually speaking a version of your perception of the truth, I don't think that's a bad thing. So anyway, guys, some food for thought on this one. I'm going to be kicking out another couple videos today. I'm back in the studio, so I get all excited. But for those who have, again, supported us through the away time, I appreciate it. And until next time, please be safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.